Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are extremely delighted to have all of you at the Embassy of Pakistan to spend an afternoon with Ambassador Captain Russel, a very dear friend and somebody who is passionate about women empowerment, not only in Pakistan but around the world. We are also honored to have the presence of so many distinguished guests this afternoon from the State Department, from think tanks, from academics, from the corporate sector, US government departments, and also important members of the Pakistani American community. Ladies and gentlemen, Ambassador Russel is widely known and respected for the contribution that she has made towards the empowerment of women around the world, being the driving force behind wide-ranging global initiatives. Ambassador Russel has helped bring positive transformation in the lives of thousands of women. She has championed a long and relentless campaign to ensuring women's equal right and their participation in the political life, in the civil life. And I recall that 2 years ago, when the former Foreign Minister of Pakistan and Secretary Clinton, they decided to set up the US-Pakistan Women's Council to promote a positive change in the lives of women in Pakistan through entrepreneurship, employment, education. Ambassador Russel has shown continued association and patronage of the Council, and we thank her for her leadership. The Council's initiatives through public-private partnership are helping a great deal to support the Pakistani women. The Council is no doubt a great between the US and Pakistan and can play a proactive role in countering the negative narrative about Pakistan through promotion of good things happening in Pakistan and in the field of gender equality and women empowerment. More recently, in April this year, Pakistan and the United States signed a memorandum of understanding on joint efforts to empower women and to promote women's entrepreneurship. And we were delighted that Ambassador Russel was able to witness the signing ceremony. The MOU was signed between the Commerce Minister of Pakistan, Mr. Khuram Dastagir, and the USTR, Mr. Froben, on the margins of the last round of trade and investment framework agreement. This historic MOU will provide an effective mechanism for discussions on exploring ways to help women participate fully in the economy and gain access to investment and economic opportunities. And I think this is a wonderful initiative that has been taken in recent years. Pakistan and the US intend this MOU to become a standing item on the agenda for all IFA Council meetings. We will soon begin the discussions on implementation, an action plan, and roadmap for actions. Let me add here that nothing would help and economically empower women more than allowing Pakistan's textile and apparel exports, a sector which is the biggest women's employer in Pakistan. As we already are lobbying here, your support in the Congress as well as in the administration will strengthen our case in this regard. On the part of the embassy, I assure you that we will provide every possible support to the Council for the advancement of its goals, as agreed during the last meeting of the US-Pakistan Women's Council hosted by us. This is the second event that the embassy has hosted in the recent months. Last month we had hosted a lunch at the Pakistan House, and I'm sure that in the coming months we will be hosting many more events in order to provide a certain, support this organization. I would also like to recognize the services of our very dear friend Sarah Peck, the Executive Director of the Council. She has made tremendous contributions to stating the objectives of the Women's Council, and also we would like to welcome Malini, who is going to take over as the next Executive Director. Ladies and gentlemen, before the event started, we were just discussing between myself and my wife, Shaista, whether she would make these remarks standing here or I would make these remarks. And then we decided that I will briefly speak here this afternoon, and then I would invite her for her remarks before she invites Ambassador Russel to make her remarks. Thank you so much.
Ambassador Catherine Russel, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to all of you at the Embassy of Pakistan. I am extremely delighted to be in the company of all these eminent ladies who have achieved a significant milestone. Big thank you to Ambassador Russel for placing us with your presence, and I am grateful that you were able to take time out for us from your busy schedule. Your presence truly means a lot to us. Ladies and gentlemen, having been raised and educated in Pakistan and being part of the extended family of the Foreign Service of Pakistan for the last more than 30 years, I can vouch for you that women in Pakistan are blessed with enormous capabilities and great potentials. For us, the role and contribution of women in society is both revered and celebrated. We are followers of a religion that lays great emphasis on the rights of women. Islam has ensured dignity and respect for women and enjoins to protect their rights. It condemns discriminatory treatment with women and treats them as equal partner in life. With these fundamental societal norms and constitutional protections, today women in Pakistan are playing significant roles in all walks of life, shoulder to shoulder with men. Many of our women have shown their mettle at national and international level. Today, women in Pakistan are taking great strides as a result of the legislative and administrative framework put in place by the government of Pakistan. They are civil servants, politicians, doctors, engineers, entrepreneurs, ambassadors, police and military officers, pilots, mountain climbers, and are working in senior administrative and judicial positions. We have a proud tradition of women participating actively in the democratic process. Starting from Ms. Fatma Jinnah, who was a torchbearer during the independence movement, and Benazir Bhutto the first female prime minister in the Muslim world. Malala Yousafzai, the icon of girls' education. Bilqis Sethi, the renowned social worker. Sharmeen Chinoy, the Oscar winner, are some of the success stories already known worldwide. A large number of women are also contributing in the cause of charity and humanitarian work out of their dedication and personal passion. I strongly believe that women can bring a very positive change in their societies, in their family, in their country. They have the ability to surpass all the hardship to keep their goals. Although not a career woman myself, thousands of women like me are doing their part to help improve the lives of the less privileged segment of our society. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all here to support the noble objective US-Pakistan Council is pursuing to empower the women in Pakistan. And I'm personally grateful to the Council for taking this initiative, and I'm confident that the group of individuals involved with the Council will take it forward with their hardship and dedication. I wish them all the best, And I thank you once again for honoring us with your presence. May I invite Ambassador Russel to please come and share his thoughts with us.
So much. Thank you, Ambassador Jilani. I really appreciate it. Mrs. Jilani, that was very nice of you. I really appreciate you taking the time to do that introduction. It was very warm, and I'm very grateful to you for doing that. I appreciate it very much. So thank you all for having me. I'm so delighted to finally be here. It's been a long time coming, and I'm just delighted to be here with all of you. The U.S.-Pakistan Women's Council is just incredibly important to us and the work we're doing. So thank you for hosting us, and thank you very much for including me today. I continue to look forward to working with you, Ambassador Jilani, and all the important work that you're doing. President Kerwin, wherever you are, there you are, I see you. Honorary advisors, thank you. Sarah Peck, I don't know how you just keep going, you do, you see endless energy, and Melanie, you have big shoes to fill, but I know you're going to do a great, great job. And all the supporters of the U.S.-Pakistan Women's Council who are here tonight, and in Pakistan, I want to thank you all so much for the work that you do to support this just incredibly critical mission to the United States, to Pakistan, and to our office. We really very much appreciate it, so thank you so much. Shaista Mahmood, I don't see you. I know you're I want to thank you for all you've done and continue to do, and to ensure that women and the girls of Pakistan are just at the top of our minds. So thank you very much for that. So today, it's widely recognized, the Ambassador mentioned this, that empowering women is central to any effort to solve our pressing global challenges. I think it's one of the great things that Secretary Clinton and now Secretary Kerry have done is really convince the world that that is an accepted argument at this point. We're no longer trying to convince people that. So from economic growth and climate change to ensuring peace and security, women are critical to those discussions. Both President Obama, Secretary Kerry believe that gender equality is critical to our shared goals of prosperity, stability, and peace, and that investing in women and girls is critical to advancing U.S. foreign policy. In February, I had the great honor and treat with Veronica, who everybody I'm sure here knows, to be in Islamabad on Pakistan's National Women's Day. And it was really a treat, I have to say. I had such a wonderful trip. And I met women who exemplify Pakistan's rich tradition of women's leadership. As you said, Mrs. Jilani, they really were very proud about the amazing women who have served in Pakistan and really, I think, embody the tremendous qualities of that country. I saw firsthand how Pakistani women are generating employment and innovation in sectors ranging from construction to healthcare to retail goods. In Islamabad, I met an honorary advisor to the Council and the author of the World Economic Forum's Gender Gap Report. That report details how women are progressing in 4 key areas: health, education, economic, and political empowerment. Its data demonstrates that the countries with the smallest gap between men and women across those 4 metrics are more competitive and more prosperous. The report shows that we have work to do in Pakistan to improve women's access to health, education, and economic opportunity. And now is the time to turn data into change in the lives of women and girls. I'm proud to be here today as the co-chair of the U.S.-Pakistan Women's Council, which takes what we know about the importance of women's economic empowerment and translates it into truly effective programs, dialogue, and opportunities for Pakistani women and girls. The Council is also actively fostering new connections and forging people-to-people ties, which I think are just absolutely critical, between Americans and Pakistanis in support of this vital mission. The Council combines the resources of the world-renowned American University, thanks to President Kerwin, the innovation and know-how offered by leading figures in business, civil society, and academia in Pakistan and the United States, and the convening power of the United States government to support 3 key strategic priorities: entrepreneurship, employment, and education. First, expanding women's entrepreneurship is a critical priority. Pakistani women own only 1% of Pakistan's businesses, yet individual enterprises are critical to generating employment, and that's something we see around the world. The Council therefore promotes entrepreneurship as an important career path for Pakistani women. In coordination with the U.S. Embassy in Islamabad and the Bureau of Economic Affairs, and with funding through the State Department's Full Participation Fund, the Council announced the We Create Center in Islamabad, a business center that will provide training and resources for female entrepreneurs in partnership with NGOs. The Council has made expanding access to employment in the formal sector its second priority. While Pakistani women represent 50% of the country's population, they make up less than a quarter of those who are employed. The Council seeks to help Pakistani women secure employment opportunities by encouraging the business community to develop policies and programs that support women's inclusion in the workforce, and to expand internship opportunities and mentoring for young women. We partnered with the Association of Physicians for Pakistani Descent in North America, who I was talking to earlier, to help women doctors in Pakistan overcome the obstacles to pursuing their dream of practicing medicine after they graduate. These obstacles are complex and not unique to the medical profession. They include insufficient career planning resources, lack of awareness regarding non-traditional career paths, and family resistance to women joining the workforce. And I would say that I've seen, I have the great advantage in my job of traveling around the world, and these are not uncommon challenges. And I think one of the advantages we have in our office is we can try to share the experiences we see in other places, and hopefully that's something that Veronica can bring to bear here. The Association's mentoring program will address these issues and support the emergence of a new cadre of women doctors who can serve critical health needs. Finally, and Mrs. Jilani mentioned this, education is critical to women's sustained economic advancement. This is something that is very important to me personally. We all know that supporting girls' education is absolutely essential to supporting women's capacity to contribute to their country's economy. Educated girls marry later, have fewer, healthier, better educated children, and are better able to contribute to their communities and countries as productive members of society. To ensure that adolescent girls receive a solid foundation that will enable long-term success, the Council is dedicated to preparing high school-aged girls for the challenges of the workplace. We're working with American University, IEARN, the Fulbright Commission, the U.S. and Pakistani universities to provide leadership and educational opportunities for some of these young women. One girl is a daughter of a poor driver from Karachi who received a scholarship from the Council and was able to study at Harvard University last summer, an opportunity she may not otherwise not have had. The good news of her scholarship inspired countless other young girls across Pakistan. Our U.S. Summer Sisters Exchange Program is in its second year, thanks to the generous support from the U.S. Mission and scholarships awarded by Harvard, Smith, American University, George Washington University, Babson College, and the Eleanor Roosevelt Leadership Center at Vassar. This summer, 7 high school-aged Pakistani girls will study at some of our nation's finest universities. They will explore courses in entrepreneurship, leadership, science, and international relations. We believe these girls will draw on this unique educational and cultural opportunity to help them take their rightful place as emerging leaders in Pakistan. Of course, much remains to be done to tap the vast pool of talent possessed by Pakistani women, to address the policy barriers that hold women back from advancing in their careers and contributing fully to Pakistan's economy. As Ambassador Jilani mentioned, last month we participated together in the U.S. Trade Representative and Pakistan Minister of Commerce signing of the Memorandum of Understanding, and that was an important and very high-level effort that I think you're really right to say, Ambassador Jilani, is an important step forward in a recognition of the critical role that women play in their economy. We will continue to support efforts to implement Pakistan's commendable anti-harassment laws and help women overcome cultural practices that keep them and Pakistan from reaching their full economic potential. So through the collaboration of governments, business, and civil society, we can and are making steady progress. As we take our next steps as a council, we invite you to become members to help women build a brighter future for themselves as productive members of Pakistan's economy. So I really want to thank you all so much for what you're doing individually, what you're doing as a council, and I encourage you all to just participate as fully as possible.